As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Welcome to my channel. My name is Samuel and I want to make self-growth normal. If you want to make self-growth normal, because I don't want to do it alone, then make sure to smash that like button. In the audio version, it is said that this book is considered widely to be one of the most influential of its time. And the wisdom is just as relevant today, damn near, oh wait, no, it's like more than a century, like 120 almost years later. I was a little worried at first that I wouldn't dislike anything about this book, but on second thought I was like, Sam, why would you be worried about that? That's a ridiculous thing to be worried about. Just like shut up and listen and focus on what you can gain from the book. So let's talk about the different sections of the book. There are 7 of them, but let's also have fun doing it, because I think a big reason ideas like this are not mainstream isn't just because they're not taught in school and stuff like that, but people don't know how to have fun while teaching and learning them. So let's just see if we can do that. Chapter 1 is thought and character. Right off the bat, this book sounded to me like a more accessible version of The Kabbalion by the 3 Initiates. At first, I was kind of like, what is the author's intention as far as like what he's trying to get done with his readers or listeners? But it began to make more sense the further I got into the book. Part 2 is effect of thought on circumstance. It's explained here how circumstances are grown by thought. Not in a way of like, here, come up with a game plan to change your life and execute. It's more like,
here, this is where your life can be kind of changed a little bit.
The book is literally called As a Man Thinketh. It's like a birthplace of self-development. There's a whole section of this chapter that reads, it's like thoughts of this crystallize into this, which solidifies into this. Thoughts of fear, doubt, and indecision crystallize into weak, unmanly, and irresolute habits, which solidify into circumstances of failure, indigence, and slavish dependence. Lazy thoughts crystallize into habits of uncleanliness and dishonesty, which solidify into circumstances of foulness and beggary. This chapter to me was probably the most illuminating on a personal level, maybe not, but it really does serve as the backbone. It's easily the longest one. That's what she said. Sorry, I just had to do that. Like, there are probably hundreds of reviews of this book on here, and if you watch them all and this one even remotely stands out, as a marketer at least I like to think I'm doing something right. Part 3 is effect of thought on health and the body. This one, it vaguely reminded me of that one section of How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, where Dale's talking about all the different like effects that worry has on the body. Those are like way more specific than this. But the thing with like thinking and how your thoughts create your reality, people have argued against that because you cannot see your thoughts. Thoughts are real things, physical things in the making. And I don't think that like definitively we should like just discount them because of that. Anyone in good health, they're happy, they're healthy, they're in physical, they're great physical shape. They probably, depending on their age, do not look their age. What do you think they think about on a daily basis? What do you think that when they're getting in better shape, they're thinking about? We all got something on our minds. When was the last time you got something that you really wanted? What were you thinking about as you were getting that? Eventually, the positive thoughts of I can do this, I will get this, they beat the negative ones, right? It's kind of like, that is where this like law of attraction thing, I mean, the word action is in the word attraction. In the movie The Secret that everyone dogs on, I think that's what people say, dog on, whatever it is, they literally say that, despite how I hate to say corny that movie kind of sounds. Just the more you see it like that, the more you can eventually bend reality to your own bidding. And I sound like a crazy person right now. I realize that. It sounds probably completely unreal. That's just nature. It's so complicated. It does things that seem miraculous. And this is just the new thought way of, well, thinking. Part 4 is thought and purpose. This is where he begins to link thought with getting what you want in life. And it's honestly like, it's astonishing to me like how much of an impact this book has made given its length. The audiobook is just a few minutes shy of a whole hour long. Most audiobooks are like 6 to 8 hours long. Part 5 is the thought factor in achievement. All achievements are directed, not achieved, but like directed by definite thought. Business, financial, spiritual, emotional, relational, holistic, economic, familial, romantic, financial, psychological, emotional, spiritual, physical, redundant achievements. I mean, I think one reason it's so short is he was writing it and he probably figured at some point, hey, I could write, like a 13-hour long audiobook about this, but there's really not that much that needs to be said on the subject. I honestly felt maybe 40 minutes in that the book was getting just a little bit, it sounded like I heard this all before. Maybe it's because I had heard it all before even checking out the book. This is like, what, the 260-something book that I've checked out? But some things they're not like dynamic fields of study. Even dynamic fields of study, very, very fundamentally, kind of stay the same. But new thought, no, it is very static, and it's meant specifically to be applied to different dynamic fields, not of study, but of real things, real world things, fields of application, fields of business, fields of corn and sugarcane and wheat, and not really those last three, but actually at the same time, kind of, yeah, actually. Even those. Part 6 is visions and ideals. One of my favorite quotes ever is in this chapter. The oak sleeps in the acorn, the bird waits in the egg, and in the highest vision of the soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of reality. Part 7 is Serenity. Overall, it's like, wow. This book is the groundwork layer for thinking differently about kind of everything. It's one of them. I'd probably recommend this one before any other one. I mean, again, like, it's not really like reading all the words, like, it's not all that exciting. That being said, I don't know what was considered exciting at the turn of last century. Quotes. Blessedness, not material possessions, is the measure of right thought. Wretchedness, not lack of material possessions, is the measure of wrong thought. To desire is to obtain. To aspire is to achieve. You cannot travel within and stand still without. Direction 1. I recommend this book for basically anyone. I mean, this one is very kind of like basic for self-development. So if you checked out other work by like Emerson or Zig Ziglar or Tony Robbins, I wouldn't say it's necessary, but I do recommend that I think that the contents of this book should be very, very much known by everyone. And when I say everyone, I literally mean literally every single person. Actually, like, this should be taught in schools, like most other valuable ideas that are not. Direction 2. This book reminded me of my favorite book ever, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was the guy who saw the New Thought movement, and he looked at like super rich people and he was like, can I just like make these two just like now kith? Like that Mike Tyson, is that Mike Tyson in that meme? It's like, here is how to combine the right thoughts with the right actions and then getting what you want. As a Man Thinketh, it does talk about achievement, but it's not like super like mega, like super duty, like achievement oriented. Once again, these books are like, if you are starting out with this type of, school of thought, this type of book, perhaps lifestyle. I've listened to Think and Grow Rich literally over 35 times, and the first two I was kind of bored. But now I just want to listen to it on repeat, and I learn multiple new things every time. This is that same type of book. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check it out and read the reviews. That and all the other books that I mentioned in this video, if you want to check those out too. If there are any other books that you guys want me to check out and review, please let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if you checked out this book and you liked it. But hey, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't know, I'm talking really fast because my camera's about to die. I don't know why people watch this far into my videos and they don't subscribe, but if you have subscribed and you want to turn on that notification bell to get a notification every time I drop a new video, that will mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere, and I'll see you then.